Hello, Lou Hamilton from Audible Elegance here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have a website, audibleelegance.com, and as always, we like to have more subscribers to the channel. I thought I would reach back in time because some people like to know a bit about my past and how I ended up here. And really, kind of the core fundamental block started while I was an attorney for Baldwin Piano and Organ Company um, down on Gilbert Avenue. It's now an insurance company building. And my mentor there was an incredibly fine and professional gentleman. His name was Dr. Daniel Martin. He was the head of their research and engineering. And we struck up quite a relationship, him being probably one of the most preeminent writers about acoustics, about music and pitch and how to listen. It was instrumental, no pun intended, to teaching me a great many things, particularly about the acoustics. And our relationship grew to the point where Dr. Martin wanted me to become the patent attorney for Baldwin Piano, as Baldwin Piano continued to produce a lot of new engineering things that were patentable for both pianos and their electronic organs. And I actually went to the University of Cincinnati College of Engineering to discuss with them by going through their engineering program so that I could do that work for Baldwin Piano. The meeting lasted maybe 5 or 10 minutes, in which I was summarily dismissed. And so I wasn't able to do that work for Baldwin, but I continued to be with Dr. Martin and seeing his research facilities, showing some of the things that they were doing. It was my first introduction to devices known as tube traps, which we now represent a company that builds tube traps. That was in their evaluation room of pianos. And he was very, very instrumental in having me look at things very, very differently. And so I decided, this being Christmas and Dr. Martin now having been passed for a little over 25 years, that I just thought I'd take a moment to bring up his recollection, so to speak, because in everyone's life, there are people who are instrumental in changing your direction and giving you new ideas, and he certainly was one of them. It really gave me a different perspective as opposed to being what I would call a run-amok audiophile hobbyist. And it really provided me with a lot of basic framework, which I didn't fully appreciate until years later, and then it all began to fall into place. So I'm hoping that maybe there's some relatives left, extended families left of Dr. Daniel Martin, because he was really a very, very fine gentleman and truly one of the few people that I still remember at Baldwin Piano. So that's a little bit of my background, and which led me off to doing acoustical work now on the side, rather than just a retail shop. And had lovely visitors today who out of Springboro, Ohio, who are doing acoustical work in museums. And so we had several discussions upon that. I showed them some products that they were unfamiliar with, and told them to reach out to these people. They're quite good at the products that they make. And I'm hoping to hear from him over the next few days, as I need to see pictures of the facilities and to know what those facilities are willing to do or would prefer to avoid. That's the magic of acoustical treatment, is to be present but not seen, as I would call it. Not a spectacle in and of itself, particularly in a museum. So there we are. and have a good evening.